So today's video about all these products for life extension, do they work or not? Because I see some dishonest actual advertisement, and I want to check and make some short overview of the product available on the internet, or at least some of them. Yeah, I also changing a little bit how I present it. So if you want to read my presentation, then you have to ask me personally by a Telegram channel and give your email, and then I will send you the link. Well, and again, according to the original plan of God, man was created to live forever. But already the first man, Adam, brought death and sin into the world. Therefore, according to the Bible, Adam lived 930 years, and the average longevity of the patriarchs of 9 generations before the Great Flood was 912 years. After the Great Flood, lifespan began to decline. Noah lived 950 years, but his son Shem already 600 years, and then shorter, and the patriarch Abraham lived only 175 years. And supercentenarian Jana Kalman lived for 122 years. And we see, for example, that average life expectancy of men in Russian Federation is only 63.5 years. That is shorter than the retirement age in this country. But people have always wanted to preserve youth, health, clarity of mind, and to live as long as possible. And this is always used, exploited by some sellers of miracle cures for rejuvenation. This is Abraham. In age of 100 years, he inseminated, he got a son, and then was very believing person. Okay, as for sales, for example, David Sinclair from Harvard University has made many millions of dollars advertising costly dietary supplements to extend life, which, by the way, not only extend life of laboratory students, but vice versa. They make life of laboratory animals shorter, because they increase the risk of death from cancer. And during the clinical trials of Resveratrol, several volunteers died, and the clinical trial was terminated. But it does not stop simple-minded, uneducated American citizens from buying this miracle cure. Yeah, and I see this advertisement and on internet always, and then I just wondering, what are they doing? But they are good sellers. Should I add that Harvard University recommends reducing protein intake and adopting a vegetarian diet in old age, while the lack of animal or shortage of animal protein shortens the lifespan of humans. In this video, I will provide again a review of life-extending supplements and methods, and results of testing these supplements and methods in laboratory animals, like mice and rats. This is a snake oil. Some people believe that, in China probably, that boiling snakes in oil and makes quite very special oil, and then this oil probably extends life, but I am of course not. Okay, we know that rodents age not like humans do, and they die mainly from cancer, while in humans the dominant case of the death is the development of cardiovascular disease. But at the very least, we can expect that those products that do not extend the life of rodents will not extend the life of humans, because we are mammals. We are mammals. Humans and rodents are mammals. Also, science does not stand still, and such short-living transgenic mice have been created recently, which age more like humans and not like their relatives in the wild. For example, they quickly develop cardiovascular disorders and brain degradation. So let's start from this review of the proposed remedies to extend people lifespan. Antioxidants. Okay, antioxidants. And of course it is known that stopping the production of natural antioxidants such as glutathione leads to apoptosis, programmed cell death. But dietary antioxidants do not extend life of mammals and humans also. Antioxidant supplementation significantly reduced lifespan in field mice. It is voles, and I mean the field mice named voles. And you can read the presentation, you can read the publication. Moreover, the antioxidants like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin E, alone or in various combinations, increase mortality in humans due to the rise in cancer incidence. Indeed, in hyperactive cancer cells, the concentration of reactive oxygen species is increased, and at some critically high concentration of this ROC, the cancer cells do go to apoptosis, they die. But introduction of the antioxidants with food allows cancer cells to avoid this and multiply rapidly. And nevertheless, we see this advertisement. Take fruits, take vegetables full with antioxidant and for your health. It is not. It is quite doing the absolutely opposite job. In mice, the introduction of antioxidants to the diet promotes premature death and early development of cancer. And the idea that antioxidants can help fight cancer and extend lifespan is deeply ingrained in the general population because it is promoted by dietary supplement industry and big food industry and supported by some medical professionals. Popular health literature recommends consume more fruits and vegetables which are high in antioxidants. And more than a third of seniors in the United States not only follow these guidelines, but regularly take antioxidants in the form of dietary supplements, extra. And quite the opposite method to increase for a while the concentration of this ROC in cells contribute to better health and actually extend the human lifespan. You can read the publication, it is proven. So, no, not antioxidants, but quite opposite, something which creates stress in our body. It works such that it activates the protection of our body. It activates immune system and all cells are getting more active. Okay, Resveratrol, highly promoted by David Sinclair and other paid internet bloggers. I believe they are paid because they talk nonsense and or minimum they are dishonest. So the Resveratrol was promoted by David Sinclair as a sirtuin-1 activator. But Resveratrol does not extend the lifespan of mice on a regular diet. On a high-calorie diet with high proportion of vegetable oils and for obese mice, Resveratrol extends their life, but not longer than of mice on a regular diet. So it is absolutely worthwhile. And another publication shows that rapamycin extends the lifespan of mice 10% for males, 18% for males. It is rapamycin, not rapamycin, another substance. But Resveratrol does not, proven, okay, does not. Resveratrol did not extend the lifespan of rats, and but improved their physical endurance a little bit, probably because of higher physical activity. And because this physical activity probably improves the condition of blood vessels. So you can read the publication. So it is again not Resveratrol, but higher physical activity what helps. Okay, Resveratrol, it is like component of red grapes and in wine. Okay, then comparative evaluation of the effect of dietary supplement of Resveratrol, green tea extract, curcumin, oxalic acid and oils with medium chain fatty acids, this with length 6 to 10 carbon atoms, MCT, sorry, it's not DT. on the lifespan of mice demonstrated that only green tea extract increased average lifespan of mice, but not the maximum lifespan. Other dietary supplements were not effective in extending life at all. Thus, resveratrol can improve health maybe of obese mice on very unhealthy diet with a high level of vegetable oils, but does not extend the lifespan of mice on a standard diet. Curcumin, the ineffectiveness of curcumin in extended lifespan is shown in publication cited above, so it is here, you can read here about curcumin, but also additionally a comparative evaluation of the effect on longevity of long-lived mice of extract of bilberry, cinnamon, green and black tea, pomegranate, sesame, and curcumin, morin, piclogenol, quercetin, and taxiphyllin was very intensive, very big study was published, and also at the same time authors did not find a significant effect on the lifespan of male mice fed with these supplements starting at about middle age, 12 months of age, compared with the control group that were fed with equal amount of calories but no these supplements. Morin tea extracts reduced weight but quercetin, taxiphyllin and piclogenol only increased weight. Okay, this I cannot explain. Probably these changes may be associated with the source of energy, with the use of more fat acids as source of energy, I don't know. But taken together, these results do not support the idea that antioxidants and anti-inflammatory supplements which are studied in this publication may be a means to achieve longevity, to achieve extension of longevity. It just doesn't work. This is a curcumin, which is very popular in India, and a lot of people believe that it is a healthy product. Guys, sorry. Quercetin. In the study cited above, again they were checking here also quercetin, which was introduced into the diet of male mice from 12 months of age, did not extend their lifespan but also did not shorten either. So it is quite neutral product, it's okay. Maybe some people take it, but it will be only effect of placebo. But as shown in publication in old publication 1982, dietary supplementation of quercetin in large amounts, in large quantities, significantly shortens the lifespan of male mice. So if it is too much, it is certainly polyphenolic substance, it is toxin, and all poisons and toxins, they shorten our lifespan. So it is, again, not wise to use too much quercetin. But some, like extract of juice extract from blackcurrant, okay, some berries containing a mixture of the other flavonoids in addition to quercetin, and they are extending the lifespan of very old female mice, which are already at the age of death, but they give some extension to very, very old mice. Quercetin is a lot of quercetin in onions, you know. Spermidine, okay, or spermidine. Spermidine added to the drinking water diet, to the drinking water, and did not increase the average and maximum lifespan of the middle-aged male rates, but improved their health to some extent. And beneficial effects of long-term treatment with spermidine is suppression of some the pro-inflammatory state in the brain. So maybe for Alzheimer it helps. So maybe it can be some substances, they help to keep our brain cleaner. They remove these amyloids, for example. Another study demonstrated that spermidine reduced the risk of cardiovascular disease and decreased cardiac hypertrophy associated with decreased elasticity of large arteries and increased the average longevity of female mice 10%, but not the maximum lifespan. So it is again probably such substances, they work as a means to dilate blood vessels, and maybe quite many substances and spices work in such way so that it can be beneficial for brain. This is the cheese is rich with spermidine, and cheese is certainly very helpful for health. Vitamin B3 as precursors to NAD+. Everywhere people say, oh, this is the source of NAD+. NAD+ is decreasing, we have to compensate it by taking these precursors to NAD+. Okay, what was the result of the test? Nicotinamide riboside appeared to increase the lifespan only less than 5% at the best. It was statistically insignificant result, so it probably does not make anything. Nicotinamide, which is much cheaper, and then nicotinamide riboside and nicotinamide mononucleotide, and this substance at low and high doses did not increase lifespan in male mice on a standard diet and mice on a diet high in fat that is full of vegetable oils. So it didn't work, but gave some improvement in the health of mice treated with NMA. It is like higher metabolic rate. It gives high metabolic rate, but not life extension. Dietary supplementation with NMN, nicotine mononucleotide, increased the lifespan of short-lived sick mice with NAD deficiency, but no benefit from supplements NR or NMN were seen in healthy mice. No improvement, nothing, no benefit. This is David Sinclair, and he claims that he has a body of 20-year athlete, and so on, he's like blood pressure, etc. He's like young inside, but I don't know. I have other photos in my previous videos that he dyes his hair. I cut them completely because I have gray hair, but he dyes his hair to cover the gray hair. Grain of the hair, and look at his face. Recently he started to make injections of Botox. I cannot be sure, but some experienced people say so, because these wrinkles are reduced a little bit, but it is how Botox works, okay? And look at his face here. This is how he is infected with papillomavirus. In older age, our immune system are not able to cope with viruses and herpes viruses and papillomaviruses, and I also have this problem, but I will go to this a little bit later. I manage with this. I activated my immune system, so this is a sign of rejuvenation, not his face. Not his face, okay? Okay, berberine. Berberine inhibits the activation of mTOR in cell culture and acts as geroprotectant and gerostatic. That is, it inhibits the transition of so-called sleeping cells to the stage of hyperactive zombie cells. Okay, you can read the publication if you're interested. And in another study, oral administration of berberine for 4 months from 18 months of age, it is already like old mice, increased lifespan of chemotherapy-treated and naturally aged mice. Yes, so after chemotherapy, mice are getting a lot of zombie cells, hyperactive in release of these SASP toxins and signal molecules. But berberine works as kind of, I don't know, senolytic or senostatic, cannot tell for sure, but at least it works so that longevity increased. In this mice with a lot of zombie cells, it increased 52%, and in other mice, healthy mice, 16 or 16.5%. And life span of naturally aged mice was increased 80%, from 85.5 days to 154 days. So it is really like mice are supposed to die in 3 months, and they started to use these berberine supplements, and then it was extended almost twice to 154 days. Yes, so it is indeed probably reducing this number of zombie cells or level of this SASP signal molecules. Since berberine initiates autophagy, self-cleaning of cells, berberine should be taken while fasting for such an effect. However, you can see some advertisements that, okay, it has to be taken before meals to maintain healthy microflora, microbiome in your guts. But again, it depends. If you are already in older age, better to take care about the longevity. But middle age and young people can use berberine to improve health and to improve microbiome. This is berberine. And metformin. The effect of metformin on the lifespan of mice depends on the exercise, received age, sex, and other conditions. So it is quite contradictory, not stable results. In hybrid mice, metformin with drinking water reduced the average lifespan of male mice by 13%, but increased the average lifespan of female mice 4%. Again, statistically insignificant. And in female hybrid mice, metformin increased the maximum lifespan by 10%. Again, it is special mice, and in other study, it was found that metformin did not affect the lifespan, but when combined with sirtuin-1 actuator, yeah, the lifespan was reduced for the mice with large amount of vegetable oils in the diet. This is quite opposite to the David Sinclair claims that this combination of metformin and NMN, resveratrol, which activate the sirtuin-1, he claims that it will extend your life. Opposite, okay? Opposite. It is making shorter life. The metformin it used to be a natural product, now it is synthetic, but it works. For some obese people, it definitely may help. The study, you can click, demonstrated that long-term administration of a dose of metformin significantly increased life expectancy in male mice, and while a higher dose was toxic and significantly reduced the lifespan. Okay, then again, you have to be careful. I take half gram of the metformin before night, and maybe it helps, but people complain that if they take more than half a gram, the metabolic rate get reduced and they're feeling not so well, and so it is quite no uncertain will it really help or not if you take more than half a gram. Okay, in 2 studies, long-term administration of metformin in doses 100 mg per kilo, it's a lot, I tell you, it's a lot. In drinking water, increased the maximum lifespan in transgenic mice, predisposed to early cancer development. Again, it may help to delay the cancer development because you have a lower level of sugar in your blood. And cancer cells, they depend on glucose. So less glucose, the cancer cells are not so active, and this is really can extend the longevity. And again, but combination of metformin with melatonin I also take before night. So it is melatonin was taken in drinking water at night. Suppressed growth of transplanted cancer in mice. Again, you see that all combined, melatonin and metformin, they can suppress these hyperactive cancer cells. Yeah, this I believe, yes, all right. So I take a little bit metformin, and I take melatonin a lot, 100 milligram, maybe more, no, about 100 milligram, so it's a lot doses, but I just sleep better. Low carb diets. The ketogenic diet, and also as the carnivore diet, as subdivision of the ketogenic diet, extends lifespan, especially when combined with rapamycin. So rapamycin works in the same, about the same way, but rapamycin, okay, we'll go to rapamycin later. And it has been also demonstrated that ketogenic diet developed, which was developed long time ago, more than 100 years ago. It was demonstrated that ketogenic diet helps in treating obesity, in diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, and cancer. So the supplementation of mice with MCT oils from coconut oil resulted in weight loss, suppression of liver and intestinal inflammation, and improved performance and cognitive performance, physical performance and cognitive performance in older age. It is really helpful. I follow carnivore diet and take some coconut oil some days, and so it is really helps. Really helps. So this is a carnivore diet, and you see, despite we think that meat is more in volume than fat, but meat has a lot of water inside, yeah, and fat is full of energy. So more than 30% of energy goes from fat, actually. It's actually not 30, almost all energy goes from fat to our body. And proteins are used to build muscles and to also to produce hormones, enzymes, and etc. So this is the most healthy diet, I believe, if you can afford it. Okay, intermittent fasting, supplementation of suppression of the mTOR pathways by any means. You can take medications, or you can practice intermittent fasting. That is gene and pharmacological or dietary means. Okay, what this way or other way increases lifespan expectancy. So if you follow ketogenic diet, which already extends lifespan, and then if you add the intermittent fasting, or especially 1 meal a day, it makes big change to your body and improve your health. And it extends, combination of the intermittent fasting and the ketogenic diet extends the maximum lifespan of all mammals. This is the way to go. Okay. So, but don't eat any sweets and stay away from carbohydrates. Rapamycin, it is some medication which blocks mTOR. mTOR is mammalian target of rapamycin. This way the cells they produce proteins. If people take rapamycin, then they go to suppression of protein synthesis. It also blocks growth of muscles, and it initiates the process autophagy, self-cleaning of cells from accumulated debris, stops the growth of tumor, and the transformation of the sleeping cells into hyperactive zombie cells. But in the cell culture, the increased level of nutrients can push the sleeping cells into zombie state, which is expressed in hypertrophy, hyperactivity of the cells, and I mean, it results that cells are growing in size, and lysosomes are increasing in size in the large nucleus, and also some vacuoles, large vacuoles filled with fats appear, as well as manifestation of other markers of aging. It's markers of the aging cells, or the markers of the senescent cells. What happens if there are a lot of nutrients. And but in a state of nutrient deficiency, the sleeping cells, they just sleep, they stay, but they can be activated later on when with more nutrients available. But if we combine rapamycin and intermittent fasting or other nutrient deficiency, then these this transition will be blocked, and so rapamycin probably is a good idea. So I didn't try it, I don't know, I cannot have no comments on it, but extended treatment of mice with rapamycin increases the average and maximum life expectancy, in part by suppression of the development of cancer in the end of their life. Again, it works for mice because mice mostly die from cancer. If rapamycin works for mice and it is suppressing development of cancer, it's probably not so efficient for humans, because humans die from cardiovascular diseases mostly. Okay, so yeah, well, but for mice it worked. So be careful, be careful. Intermittent intake of rapamycin started at the age of 20 months already old mice, extends the life expectancy and delays age-related degradation of the organism in female mice. At the same time, there were minimal adverse effects. Okay, again, it's again for mice. Be careful, be careful. Short-term treatment with rapamycin can significantly slow aging in rodents and humans. Again, humans do, yeah, but again, be careful. Rapamycin will suppress growth of muscles, and you have to decide what is more interesting for you, to get sarcopenia or to develop this more senescent cells. So it has to be, I believe that rapamycin is too much. We can use intermittent fasting, intensive physical activity, and some substances which work as synesthetic, senolytics. So it's, again, I'm quite cautious. I would not try to use rapamycin, despite this good results, because 3 months of rapamycin treatment was sufficient to increase lifespan up to 60% in middle-aged mice. This is extraordinary. Probably I'm wrong. Probably rapamycin can be used, at least intermittent taking rapamycin can be useful. Okay, senolytics. In theory, senolytics that kill some of the senescent or zombie cells, which are active in production of these pro-inflammatory signaling molecules, should extend the lifespan of mammals. But it is not yet proven that such drug is this. It is not proven that they kill the zombie cells. Maybe they work other way. So maybe the mechanism is more complicated. For example, taking senesthetics and xenomorphs leads to a decrease in the concentration of senescent markers and CASP, the signaling molecules which are produced by zombie cells. And it is possible that with less chronic inflammation, our immune system gets a chance to destroy some of zombie cells. I will tell you my own results a little bit later. Okay, this is probably somehow immune system can be activated with some substances which we call senolytics, but again, it is not just only such ways they work. They maybe not kill, but maybe they suppress this release of these pro-inflammatory molecules. Who knows? Okay, and currently only the combination of quercetin and with the anti-cancer drug dasatinib, this has proven 6% extension of the lifespan of mice. 6%. It is close to statistically insignificant. Okay, 6%. Okay, it's like we will live 5 years longer probably with. But yet again, I have my points that I take. I will tell you this later. This is fibroblasts which produce collagen, and if they are normal, they look like this, but they can be selectively covered with, so we can see the zombie cells, fibroblasts, and these zombie fibroblasts, they are much bigger in size. They have large vacuoles full of some fat, and lysosomes are very big, and nucleus also big, and they are hyperactive in producing all these pro-inflammatory molecules. Okay, so a study conducted with only few mice, it should be supported with more results, but okay, let's see. But there was some research, and it demonstrated that a single or intermittent administration of quercetin, it is to diet of the aged mice, extends their maximal lifespan. And there were 10 flavonoids tested, 10, and quercetin was found to be the most potent drug. In the cell culture, quercetin significantly reduces the number of zombie cells in contrast to quercetin, which does not show selectivity between healthy cells and zombie cells, and flavonoid rutin, vitamin P, which people think it's very important. We have to use vitamin P, but vitamin P, interesting that it was advertised as useful antioxidant for us, but it has inverse selectivity. It destroys healthy cells, not zombie cells. Again, antioxidants not always helpful. Okay, then, but again, considering that all these three flavonoids, rutin and quercetin and quercetin, are quite similar, have quite similar molecular structure, and this is unexpected result. So this was measured. Quercetin, number of healthy cells, total cells is black color. It didn't kill many cells, but number of senescent cells, or zombie cells, reduced, the best reduced. Curcumin here works also, but remember that curcumin has very, very low bioavailability. So if you consume it, it gets to your guts, but not to your bloodstream. Quercetin, no selectivity, and rutin, opposite. Not much, but opposite. It kills mostly normal cells, healthy cells. Okay, then in time, like from doses, a higher dose of quercetin working better with more selectivity, and in time also like 15 hours gave the best results. 0 time no, but more time it develops in time. So it needs some long interval to work. And in mice also they used these supplements of quercetin, and they made some selective covering of the zombie cells, and then the picture with quercetin showed definitely that in mice, number of the senescent cells, zombie cells, reduced a lot. Again, how it works in aging. So weeks of taking the quercetin, and we see total number of at control diet we have a number of senescent cells grows, and taking quercetin slow down aging. Okay, then again, is aging curable? Could it be extended a lot? Can it be expanded like 3 times, or maybe to 600 years or 900 years like Adam lived? So it is believed that aging is a normal disease that can be cured. Aging is not programmed, but rather it is a normal consequence of natural processes occurring in our body. Aging has no purpose either for individual or for a group, and has no meaning in the evolution of biological species. It looks like aging is a result of some evolutionary adaptation of the body to heal wounds quickly. Indeed, mechanical damage to the skin or tissues first leads to narrowing elastic blood vessels due to drop in blood pressure, and then the platelets clump together and block the blood flow in the wound, and so that blood loss will be reduced. And then so-called mast cells, which are present in any tissue, they activated and they produce glutamine, or they produce histamine. Okay, then here it is again picture. I didn't do this picture. It is not exactly what I want to demonstrate. But again, if you have some trauma, then first, then we have this the cells produce histamine, and it leads to inflammation, and then to this inflammation, the fibroblasts come in. They produce collagen, and they produce collagen to close the wound. Yeah, to close the wound. And also it attracts macrophages. Macrophages are coming and cleaning some dead debris and dead cells. And meanwhile, amount of collagen fibers is growing, and we have this area with very stiff extracellular matrix. And if matrix is very stiff, some of the these fibroblasts, they get transformed into zombie cells. And zombie cells, they first, again, they suppress activity of the other fibroblasts. They also ignite transition of some fibroblasts to zombie cells. And that, again, they attract the macrophages. Macrophages are coming and kill the zombie cells and also destroy some collagen fibers a little bit. So this area will be not too big. Okay? And so the wound gets filled with collagen, and extracellular matrix around the wound becomes more stiff. Yeah. So, and again, this is an evolutionary adaptation, that if extracellular matrix is very stiff, then some of fibroblasts, they get transformed to first to sleep mode, stop production of collagen, and then to a zombie state. And these zombie cells, they release some these signaling molecules and produce inflammation, tissue inflammation around this area, and they attract cells of immune systems, then phagocytes and the natural killer cells, macrophages. And the task of these immune cells is to clean tissue from debris and damaged cells, and also they kill zombie cells. But if extracellular matrix is too stiff, they cannot go through. They cannot go. These immune cells cannot get to the location, to the proper location. Then number of zombie cells is growing, and we're getting chronic inflammation. So this is rapid wound healing was a significant evolutionary advantage that enabled mammals to survive injury and trauma. But the side effect of this mechanism is aging of the body. Okay, this aging that in time elastin fibers of the extracellular, and again aging, how aging is coming. It is first elastin fibers, which are very elastic and quite soft in the extracellular matrix, they get destroyed to smaller pieces, it is naturally, and they are replaced by more stiff collagen fibers. Then in time, collagen fibers are getting cross-linked by sugar molecules, and it makes the extracellular matrix even more stiff. And stiffness of the extracellular matrix is increasing. And in response to the stiffening of the extracellular matrix, some fibroblasts get transformed into zombie state, because this is normal reaction. It is part of the wound healing mechanism. And our immune system is supposed to destroy them in proper time. But migration of the immune system in the stiff extracellular matrix is not possible. They just cannot get to the place. So therefore, number of zombie cells increases over time, and which leads in chronic tissue inflammation, eventually to catastrophic increase in the number of zombie cells and so concentration of the pro-inflammatory signal molecules of these toxins, and we are just destroy our body with this inflammation. And yeah, okay, if we take Bible and we'll just think a little bit, that we believe that some ancestors lived after the great flood, they didn't live long enough to see the senile degeneration of the body. Therefore, aging has not become a negative factor in evolutionary selection. And it is possible that patriarchs before the great flood did not have the ability to quickly heal the wounds. There was no predators. They were living quite in peace. And but therefore they lived for a long time. But gradually this mechanism of quick healing of wounds, it developed the same like in other mammals, in most of the mammals, and which allowed people in ancient times not to die en masse due to wounds in clashes with other people, with tribes and animals. And interesting that naked mole rats, naked mole rats, animals that live in deep tunnels, underground tunnels in East Africa, have not received such a mechanism for healing wounds. Apparently they rarely come to the surface of the ground, and they have no practically natural enemies. Therefore they age slowly and live up to 40 years and even longer. This is a naked mole, and you see that skin definitely shows aging. So the extracellular matrix and skin get very stiff, and it shows aged skin. But senescent cells, there is no this mechanism that some of the fibroblasts, they get transformed into senescent cells. They don't poison themselves. Therefore, they live much longer than normal mice, for example, of the same size. So they don't poison themselves with this SASP. But they're aging. The skin is definitely shows that it is aging. So again, if we accept that this hypothesis of decreasing elasticity of the extracellular matrix with age and transition to a part of healthy cells with a zombie state in the rigid, in the stiff extracellular matrix, if we take this hypothesis as the main cause of aging of humans, then the direction of work to extend our lifespan becomes clear. We have to do this direction. It also be search for methods and substances to reduce. So it has to be the search of the methods and substances to reduce stiffness of the extracellular matrix. This is what I do. And additionally, elimination of some zombie cells can slow down aging process and the level of chronic tissue inflammation, make my mood and metabolic rate higher. So it's also helpful. But again, some substances, we can call them synesthetics or maybe senolytics, whatever substances. I just interested in the result, not in the names. And they probably would make our immune system more efficient. Yeah, so if we reduce this chronic inflammation in tissues, then our immune system can work better. So I'm writing a book and will express my viewpoint on the way of rejuvenation in it, so it will be available. Mean up, again, it is up to you to follow me or some sellers of this anti-aging products like Resveratrol, NAD activators, vegetarian diets, and other modern trends in medicine that actually shorten the lifespan of mammals. It was demonstrated. So I refer again to person Alexander Fedintsev, and he made his publication, and he pointed out that this role of stiffness of the extracellular matrix is maybe predominant cause of the aging, because this again, my opinion is, I completely share this opinion with him, but he and his followers believe that aging is irreversible. Rejuvenation is impossible, and the maximum life expectancy of people is limited to 120 years. I believe that it is not. I got further than this group and already achieved some success in reducing the stiffness of certain tissues in my body, and my big advantage is that my age of 64, around this age a catastrophic accumulation of zombie cells begins in the body due to an increase in the stiffness of the extracellular matrix. Therefore, if I get idea, I can check my ideas and recommendation on myself and see the effect and quickly reorient to more effective drugs or methods of the rejuvenation. So this is what I do. This man is Alexander Fedintsev. He's 34 years old, and I cannot say that he is younger. He looks younger than his age. In his age, I'm probably much better. Okay, and then just something what I'm quite healthy. Nothing happens with me, and I cannot say I was sick and I recovered. No, only one problem I got recently, and this is this wart wart on a finger, yeah? And it was growing, and it was like it is like was because my immune system with age getting not so active, and it is busy with healing, with reacting to chronic inflammation, etc., etc. So, and but interesting enough, I started to use some senolytics. I already tried to find some best combinations, and I made recently 2 sessions of this intermittent taking of senolytics, 2 days taking, about 10 days or 2 weeks resting. And what so at first intake of the senolytics, my this wart got inflamed and started to get out. But during the rest time, it recovered and started to grow again. And I made another senolytics, some part of this wart got dead and better. But then after these 2 days, in 2-3 days after I stopped taking the senolytics, even another wart appeared nearby, small but growing quick. And what is interesting, in about 5 days after I stopped these senolytics, my immune system started to react. Already without any of these senolytics, the warts got inflamed and quickly dying and peeling off. This small wart just disappeared, and the large one almost disappeared. You see, I made the photo 2 days ago. Now it is even maybe better. Maybe again, it is yet a little bit inflamed, so immune system continues to react. And this is a good sign for me. I believe it is a good sign that it is because maybe stiffness improved, maybe reduced, maybe my immune system less overloaded with other problems. So it works, somehow works. And again, stiffness of the arteries is improving. I used to have blood pressure. Again, blood pressure reduced. This is, I believe, this is a sign of that blood vessels get more elastic. It went even to like 88 and 251 with pulse rate 52. But I was swimming every day at that time. But then now I'm swimming. It's climate. It is now raining season, and the water is not warm enough for long swimming, so I swim some days not. So it went up a little bit, 100 to 56, and pulse rate also increased a little bit, but yet it is much better than even in my younger age. In my young age, when I was 17, my blood pressure was 100 to 80, and pulse rate was 45. Yeah. So it also was not bad. It was, so now I don't know, probably 80, 56. This systolic, diastolic pressure, probably if it is so low, that probably it shows that there is less resistance in the blood vessels for bloodstream. But I don't know, okay, I cannot be sure, but this is only what I can present. And but again, and elasticity of skin slowly improving. I can compare my photos a year ago and now. I got better. I'm getting better little by little. So this I continue to work, and I introduce some more protocols to this what I do in attempt to improve elasticity of the skin, elasticity of the tissues and the extracellular matrix, etc., as considering that this is the main cause of the aging. This what primary target, this. But also taking senolytics, which I started recently, also helps. And I don't have enough funds to make more measurements. If you want to support my activities, then you will get some privileges. like you will get, you can download presentation, maybe to get some personal advice in. Okay, let's see how it will develop. Yeah, but I believe that in difference from this guy Fedintsev, I'm quite optimistic, and I'm doing, I think, better than they do some crazy stuff which cannot work. I already discussed in my previous videos that like the dilution of the plasma blood plasma is not working. It gives you some feeling of less toxins in your blood. Probably it will work for a while, the same like senolytics. If I take every 2 days senolytic, every 10 days or 2 weeks senolytics for 2 days, then I also cleaning my body from these toxins and SASP, and it gives me a feeling of joy. I mean, really, I mean, like 3-5 days after I stopped taking senolytics, during taking senolytics, the metabolic rate drops, and I feel all my endurance drops like 30% less. I cannot swim as long as I used to before, and if I go bicycle, it is not so evident because legs are working, and legs are working quite well, but these cells of the heart and the liver, they are mostly affected, because liver and the heart have a lot of mitochondria, and these senolytics, they reduce this activity of the mitochondria. Because again, in senescent cells and the zombie cells, they have more mitochondria, they produce a lot of energy, they need energy, and so it is temporary, it drops, but then about 2 days after it improving, and then maybe 3 days after, and 2 days, 2-3 days after, I feel such joy inside, just with no evident reason, just joy from strength and improved endurance, and life is beautiful. It's the same like when I was a child. No, not the same, but again, sometimes this is physical joy, physical excitement, and I like it, I love it. So senolytics should be a part of a rejuvenation program. Despite they like 6%, they give 6% of life extension, but if I take primary goal to reduce stiffness of my skin and my extracellular matrix slowly, because it takes time, but also if I use senolytics, then I would enjoy life, and I would enjoy this process of rejuvenation. I believe I have very good progress, much better than Sinclair, much better. But Sinclair is multi-millionaire. I am very short in funds and cannot go. But I'm professional scientist, and I will not give up. This is my project. This is my personal idea to get rejuvenation and live forever. I have this motivation to live forever. And if you think some people commit suicide because they don't see any sense in life, I have sense. I am Christian, and I will get eternal life anyway. I know this. But I love to live in my physical body. I love to live at this planet. I want to continue. I want to enjoy this life. This even with suffering, even with some losses and some troubles, I love this life. This is my motivation, okay? And okay, in my book, again, if you will, I will finish it to write in Russian, then I may translate it in English if there will be preliminary orders. And if I will get enough money, I will translate to English and will present it to also internationally. And I hope my friends will help me in it, so I'm working on it. But again, the situation, if look at this Fedintsev, he is bright person, quite, I love his review publication, but it is a part of this, he is young person, 34 years, and he has a family, he has to provide for the family, so he gave up, almost gave up on his work in biology. Now he is working as this programmer. He's working in computer sciences to make money, because this is only way how to make money now, to work in computers. So I also can work in computers. I used to do programming, and if life will be too tough, I will continue to do it. But again, I tell you that if I have internal life, then probably I can stay a little bit low weight, and to see improvement in my appearance and my health, and then I will get extra years to live, extra years, extra time. Actually, as I said, eternal life, not limited time. I'm not afraid of this, in difference to opposite to this majority of people who are like chicken, running, oh, we have this, we have this pandemic. What are you afraid of? Viruses were always with us and will be with us always. We have billions of viruses in our bodies. Virus of papilloma, virus of herpes, some other stuff which are always with us. And they are getting active in older age. And what I show that I can ignite my immune system to work more efficient if I do proper things. Okay, this is my way. It works. It takes time. Nothing can be done immediately, instantly, but it works. Okay. So then again, in presentation I gave links to all photos. If these were not mine, so I'm not violating patent law. And again, I'm not medical professional. I'm in physics. I'm doctor of science, but in physics and chemistry also. I know chemistry. This was a part of my profession. I am much interested in biology, always was. And so again, but I'm not a medical professional. So ask your physician. I never do it. Okay, why? Because I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting to physician, and I'm healthy. This is my secret. And I try always to think. And I was coming long time ago. There was troubles, big troubles. In my private life, I didn't sleep, maximum 4 hours a day, and I got so looking so old, because it was lasting long years and years, and I lost a lot of health. And I tried to ask a physician what to do and how we can improve it. No, nothing, no help. All the what they're telling me, it was shit. Since then, I never respect a medical professional. Only few which I know very well, and I share some ideas. Share the vision of the life and with them. This is some few, and not personally I know them, but I know from internet. And again, you want to be healthy, you want to be protected, think for yourself, and read Bible. Maybe read Bible. And Bible give you good advice instead of physician. But again, it's my personal opinion. You can do whatever you want. Okay, if you was patient, because I'm talking, cannot stop. And thank you for your time, and again, subscribe with likes, comment, and share information. And if you will be so kind to support this project, I will continue, and I will share this information with you personally. If not, I almost got all what I needed, all motivation and everything. Then I'm getting really to practical results, and they work, yeah. They work. So now I can, maybe if I will not get any money from this project, or if it will be not supported anyhow, then maybe I will make it part-time, will continue, but make it part-time, and meanwhile would make money for living other way. And then again, if you are interested to support me, if you are interested in the information I give, support me. If not, follow David Sinclair, follow other successful sellers of the snake oil. Try. They sell substances which will shorten your life. Sure, okay, sure. And Fedintsev is a very good man, but he has no idea how to rejuvenate this extracellular matrix. I have, and I do it practically. Okay, I get the results. Okay, whatever. Have a wonderful day. Ciao.